Welcome to the Farmington Public Library Storytime. My name is Betty Decker, and I'm a librarian here at the library. I am also the president for the Veterans of Foreign Wars Auxiliary for New Mexico. This is my husband.
Hello, my name is Mark Decker. I am an Iraq-Afghanistan Marine Corps veteran, and I'm also the adjutant for the Department of New Mexico, VFW.
An unknown is a U.S. military member who has died in battle, whose remains have not been identified. Today, in honor of Veterans Day, we will be reading 21 Steps, which is the story of guarding the tomb of the unknowns. 21 Steps, Guarding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, by Jeff Gottesfeld, illustrated by Matt Tavares, published by Candlewick Press.
The Sentinel's Creed. My dedication to this sacred duty is total and wholehearted. In the responsibility bestowed on me, never will I falter. And with dignity and perseverance, my standard will remain perfection. Through the years of diligence and praise, and the discomfort of the elements, I will walk my tour in humble reverence to the best of my ability. It is he who commands the respect I protect, his bravery that made us so proud. Surrounded by well-meaning crowds by day, alone in the thoughtful peace of night, this soldier will be honored. Glory rest under my eternal vigilance.
I am an unknown. I am one of many. We fell for the last time in the Argonne Forest, at Somme, Bella Wood, face down in trenches, face up on hillsides. We fell 1,000 ways. In life, we were our mother's sons. In death, we are faded photos on the mantle, empty chairs at Thanksgiving, prayers in the dark before dawn. We are known but to God. After the war, to end all wars, most of Americans fallen came home. Their families could place flowers on their graves and pebbles on their headstones, but combat's vile fury left others nameless and faceless. There was no way for loved ones to claim us, no place for our nation to honor our sacrifice. In 1921, one unknown returned to stand for all. I was transported by the Navy to Washington and lay in state in the Capitol, where an army of mourners filed past my casket. Many were families whose sons died, nameless and faceless. As they knelt, prayed, and anointed my flag with tears, I felt their stories. The stories of a Boston kid who swung for the fences, a Texas boy who broke horses, a Choctaw Nation farmhand, a Nevada miner. In that moment, I became theirs. On the 11th day of the 11th month, at the 11th hour, a team of horses bore me to Arlington. Thousands packed the amphitheater. There were speeches, taps, and a 21-gun salute when I was laid to rest. As the day lengthened, those for whom I died lingered and drifted on the rolled waters of loss. I gave them peace. People, though, forget easily. My tomb stands on a hill crest. It did not take long for visitors to come for the view and not the meaning. Some brought picnics, feasting gaily above my bones. Volunteers put a stop to that desecration, but as the plaza emptied in the gloaming, I lay alone with my war, mustard gas and barbed wire, bayonet charges, and names unanswered at roll call. Late one half-moon night, I heard footsteps, the sharp click of heels. Silence. Another click. More silence. 21 footsteps. Click. 21 seconds of silence. Click. 21 seconds of silence. 21 more steps. With each step, my war was over. From that moment, I have never been alone again. No matter the hour or the weather, a sentinel guards the plaza. It is the most difficult post to earn in the Army. Many fail for each one chosen. Those granted the privilege may walk the mat for 2 years. Everything they do honors the unknown fallen. They press their creases sharp as a razor, rehem their trousers so they lie just right, singe loose threads from their jackets' top stitching, space their medals down to 1/64th of an inch, practice keeping their forearms at 90 degrees, recount pages of cemetery history, set their hat brims 2 fingers above their eyes, dampen their gloves to better grip their rifles, march so their heads stay ever level, add metal to their heels for the sharpest click, polish their spits for hours every day. The tomb guards are men and women of every race, religion, and creed. Before joining the Army, they were students, mechanics, and supermarket baggers. They have names, families, and stories. Once on the mat, they are only Americans. Their standard is perfection. My guards were present when more unknowns came home, one from World War II and one from Korea. Then years later, one from Vietnam. They lay in state in the Capitol, as I did, where an army of mourners filed past the caskets. Many were families whose sons died nameless and faceless. Mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers knelt, prayed, and anointed the flags with tears. Their stories were different and the same. In time, through the wonder of science, the Vietnam unknown was named and returned to his family. His crypt is now empty. We who remain are never alone. Our guards keep faith. There is admiration in their pants crease, duty in their hymns, focus in their top stitching, gratitude between the medals, reverence in the angle of their rifles, discipline in their learning, respect in their hat brims, fidelity in their gloves, appreciation in their steps, devotion in their heel clicks, and love in their gleaming spits. I am an unknown. I am one of many, from Bunker Hill to Heartbreak Ridge. We gave all we had for our country and freedom. The tomb guards give all they have for us. In glorious sunshine on bluebird days, the plaza shimmers with life. Crowds gather, aging veterans, tourists, and school groups line the marble steps. They marvel at our sentinels, then they gaze past the mat to the tomb and imagine our stories. In that moment, we become theirs. In wretched night, when stinging sleep makes daybreak a distant dream, the plaza is desolate. Our guards need no audience in their quest for perfection. As they walk the mat, they listen for our voices on the howling wind. In snow, in rain, on days the birds don't dare to sing, 21, 21, 21. By day, by night, before many, few or none, 21, 21, 21. Guard our perfect rest, give us now your very best, 21, 21, 21, 21.
Afterword. Arlington National Cemetery is the final resting place for more than 400,000 active duty service members, veterans, and their families. The service members and veterans include those who fought for America going back to the Revolution. Dozens of funerals are conducted there daily. An unidentified soldier from the First World War was interred at the tomb of an unknown soldier on November 11th, 1921, Armistice Day, now known as Veterans Day. Unknowns from World War II and the Korean War were interred on Memorial Day, 1958, while the Vietnam unknown was buried on Memorial Day, 1984. Later identified, he was disinterred in May 1998. The unidentified soldiers interred here represent countless unknowns buried in Arlington, other national cemeteries, and around the world. The tomb has been guarded around the clock by the Tomb Guard, a special military unit, since midnight on July 2nd, 1937. Becoming a Tomb Guard Sentinel is exceptionally difficult. Guards are devoted to the Sentinel's Creed, which appears at the beginning of this book. The full name of the creed's author is fittingly unknown. The cemetery and tomb are open every day of the year. There is a sentinel on the plaza at every moment. The unknowns are never alone. This book would have been impossible without the assistance of many tomb guards, past and present, historians, and organizations, particularly the Society of the Honor Guard, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. To the members of the Armed Forces of the United States of America, past, present, and future, JG. For the unknowns, MT.
In honor of Veterans Day and the Tomb of the Unknowns, join us for 21 seconds of silence.
For further information of how to thank a veteran and speak about a veteran, visit the Farmington Public Library or any local Veterans of Foreign Wars, or visit vfw.org.
Thank you.